Hey, what is going on my fellow geeks, geekettes, nerds, comic book readers, action figure collectors, and video game players all around the world? This is the Proud Nerd, and I am back in a brand new action figure video review for all of you. And today, we will be taking a look at the 6-inch Star Wars The Black Series Farm Boy Luke Skywalker. Now, this particular Luke, I have been wanting ever since I saw the sample pictures of him. And I really thought at first this was going to be hard plastic. And I thought to myself, if it's hard plastic, maybe, I don't know. And when I heard that this was, or when I saw that this was all soft goods, I was like, hell yeah, I gotta get him. Because I am a sucker for these soft goods. I just love them. I think they look awesome on these figures. I know a lot of people, especially Toy Galaxy, hates soft goods. But me, I love them. And I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of Toy Galaxy at all. It just really seems that they like to rip on Hasbro. And that's not cool. I love Hasbro. I'm a huge fan and a huge supporter of them. And I'm sure Toy Galaxy is okay. I don't know, I don't watch a whole lot of their videos because when they start ripping on Hasbro, it pisses me off, so I turn the video off. Anyway, I love the soft goods on this Luke. I think it looks awesome. It looks very movie accurate. So, before we get into Luke, you guys know the drill here. We gotta take a look at the box. We'll just set Luke, if he can stand on his own. There we go. Yeah, on the box you got a really nice picture of Luke there. Very New Hope-like. I like that a lot. It says Luke Skywalker. And there it says Star Wars The Black Series. He is number 21 in the wave. There's that awesome picture of him again, and it says on the back, casting aside his humdrum life on Tatooine in favor of galactic adventure, Luke Skywalker learns the ways of the Force under Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi and quickly ascends to rebel leader. And it is still an epic legendary tale to this day. So we will just keep the box right there. And now on to Luke. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Man, this figure, I think it's awesome. I think it's a really well done figure. Now, is it my favorite Luke figure I own? No. That still belongs to Bespin Luke. Bespin Luke is my favorite Luke Skywalker figure I own. And I own not a lot, but at least a few Luke Skywalkers. So yeah, this guy's my favorite. But not to say I don't love Tatooine Luke, because I do. I really like this guy a lot. I think he's just a magnificent figure. Yes, that's right. I said magnificent. So let's take a look at his accessories. First off, we'll get him in just a regular standing pose. Alright. And wow, the binoculars look really good. I mean, that sculpting and that detailing, I love it. I love how that there's even little sculpted lines on this part right here to make it look more realistic. It's got nice colors on it with silver and black. Really, really amazing work. These look so realistic. Whereas, you know, they could have very easily just painted this whole thing black, but no, Hasbro went that extra mile and just wanted to make it look as realistic as their budget would allow. Because you got to remember, toy makers are on a budget too. Yes, they're a really well-known toy company, but they're on a budget just like a lot of people are. So, come on, let's cut them a break. I think they do amazing work. They are awesome. Love these binoculars. Seriously, well done, Hasbro. You guys did not skip out on the details at all on that one. We'll take a look at his lightsaber. Kind of plain, but still really nice sculpting work. Let's take a look at Bespin Luke's lightsaber. Yeah, this lightsaber is a little better detailed. Not too bad. I like the gold right there. I wish that was on this one right here, but it's not. And this is... the black is barely there on this one, where it's really visible on Bespin Luke's lightsaber. But still not bad. I'm happy they gave him a lightsaber. They didn't have to, but I'm really glad they did, and I love that you can remove the blade and hook it on his belt. That's a feature I love in the Black series. It's actually one of the main things that that's one of the main things that drew me to the Black series. Alright, Luke, you go battle Darth Vader and get your hand chopped off. I'm going to continue this review. So, oh yeah, and another awesome thing, the blade, it stays in there really good. I mean, look at this. Can you hear that? Yeah, it takes some finagling, but you can get the blade out, and I would recommend being very careful. Like very, very careful, because if you just try to yank this out, you will probably break it. So I recommend just going very slow, take your time, because when these little pegs on the lightsaber blade break, it is a pain in the ass to try to fix them. In fact, that's what happened to Bespin Luke's lightsaber. His lightsaber, the little clip on his lightsaber blade snapped right off, and I had to buy Episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi, and thankfully, his lightsaber blade fits perfectly in Bespin Luke's lightsaber. It's not loose very much. It's not going anywhere. It fits in there nice and snug. But still, I'm careful with it, So yeah, I know you guys have heard me say this once, and I'm saying it again. Please be careful with these pegs. They will break if you're not careful. Getting the blade back in. Oh, before I put the blade back in, let's just hook it on his belt. Nice. Looking very nice. I will never ever get tired of that feature. I'm in love with that. I am blown away that Hasbro was able to do that. It looks awesome. It looks really good on his belt. Alright, we'll get this off of him. We'll put the blade back in, and again, being very careful. Being as careful as we can. There we go. Yeah, I love how tight of a fit that is, because that sucker's not going anywhere. And see, I can't just pull it out. I have to really, really finagle with it to get it out. I think that was a smart move on Hasbro's part. And we looked at his accessories. That brings us to the man himself, Luke. Man, right off the bat, I like this figure. I like it a lot. I'm not a big fan of that face. Again, I think the Bespin Luke looks more like Mark Hamill, but it's like Shartimus Prime said. Yeah, he looks sad, but he just lost his Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Of course he's sad. The face, not perfect, but not bad either. See if I can try to get it a little bit brighter. Oh, there we go. The face, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. If the camera picks it up, you can see that they actually got a little mole or wart right there under Luke's eye. That is awesome. I don't know if that's movie accurate or if that's just something Hasbro added, but either way, I like it. And I really like those blue eyes, you know? This was before Mark Hamill got in that car accident. So yeah, this looks really good. Not a dead-on likeness, but really good. Not bad one bit. And I really like the hair. I think the hair came out really good. I love all the sculpted lines in there. And it's got a nice golden brown to it. Man, that hair came out really good. Nice and clean. I'm happy with that. And his belt is really cool. We'll lift his arms up so we can look at his belt. I'm not taking this belt off. I would just have way too hard of a time if I took the belt off. I'm not gonna toy with it, as Shartimus Prime said. But I'm not gonna mess with the belt. Man, look at all those sculpted details in there. That is awesome. And I think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the droid communicator or a droid communicator. I don't know, I could be wrong. Got some nice gold paint on there. That's nice, has a nice silver paint on there. You got more sculpted details back here. Man, that is just awesome. And down here, we got all those sculpted details in his pants. Look at all those sculpted wrinkles. That looks awesome. And his Tatooine boots, or whatever these things are, got very nice detail on them. I like that a lot. And you can even see, like, they detailed, like, these actually have sand on them. That is so cool. Well done, Hasbro. Well done. And as for his karate shirt, it looks good. You know, it's got some really nice stitching in it. And it's nice and soft, which I love. I'm just a huge fan of. And yes, you can recreate the original poster to Star Wars. Just rip Luke's shirt open, get the lightsaber over his head, and just recreate that iconic pose. But I try not to mess with his shirt too much, you know. Really wanted to stay nice looking. You got some more pretty good sculpting work on his hands. That looks really good. I'm happy with that. So overall, I really like this figure. I really like him a lot. Not my favorite Luke that I own, but still really good. Now, for articulation, his head can look down really far. His head can look up about that much. That's not even looking up. That's pretty much looking forward. Can do side to side. His arms can go all the way out. And he's got a spin in the torso. Can do an ab crunch. Can go back about that much. And yes, he does have those double jointed elbows. I love the double jointed elbows. I love it. That is so cool. and he can do the splits about that much, and his legs can kick out that much. He's got a swivel in the thigh, double jointed knees, which I'm such a huge fan of. Love that Hasbro keeps doing that. His ankles can go up and down. No, it's on the thigh swivel, the side to side movement. And of course, he's got that beautiful ankle pivot. Just look at that ankle pivot. Look at it. And this is something I noticed. What's with this? Seriously. Hasbro, you couldn't paint that in? It looks like he's got his manhood kind of showing. Or maybe, I know this is a stretch, but hear me out. Maybe that is a nod to George Lucas when he said to Carrie Fisher, there's no underwear in space. Maybe. Could be a stretch, but it's possible. All right. Oh, and how he looks holding the binoculars. It is a little bit difficult getting them in his hands, but once you get them in his hands, it looks pretty phenomenal. I just realized he was holding them backwards. Or no. Ah, these things confuse me. I never know which end he looks in. Get his other hand up here. Ah, come on, Luke. There, that doesn't look too bad. Actually, it looks really good. I'm a fan of that. It looks really awesome. Alright, size comparison time. Put his lightsaber back in his hand. Get him to stand. Alright, here he is next to Bespin Luke. And I just realized his feet are messed up. Excuse me while I try to fix this. Come on, Luke. You guys know, you fellow collectors out there know what it's like. It can be a hard time just getting your figure to stand. Alright, there he is next to Bespin Luke. And I don't know, from my point of view, it looks like New Hope Luke might be a little bit taller. I don't know, I could be wrong. But look at it from my point of view here. Does he look a little bit taller? I don't know. It's hard to tell. And we will get his dad in here, Darth Vader. Still my all-time favorite Black Series figure I own. And there goes Luke. They haven't even had their first battle yet, and he already killed him. And just as it should be, Vader is much, much taller than Luke. Come on. Darken a bit. That's way too bright. There we go. Yeah, as it should be, Vader is taller than his son. And yeah, that looks really good. This is still my favorite Black Series figure I own. I know I said that, but this guy's just too awesome. And there goes Vader. I'll get him after the review. Here he is next to everyone's favorite smuggler, Han. And yeah, Han is definitely taller than Luke. Cool. And here he is next to... a whole bunch of my figures are falling over. Here he is next to probably my favorite bounty hunter, Jango Fett. And why is Jango Fett my favorite bounty hunter? Because he actually got his man. I know Boba did, but think about it. At the end of Return of the Jedi, why didn't he leave? He turned in Han, he got his money. Why did he hang around? You know, Jango turned in his man, got his money, and left. Anyway, Jango Fett's just my personal favorite. You know, just in my opinion, I think he's better than Boba. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but it's just my personal opinion. So yeah, Jango is a little bit taller than Luke. Still looks really cool. And here he is next to a First Order Stormtrooper. Wow. Luke is definitely a little short for a Stormtrooper. And here he is next to his nephew, Kylo Ren. Definitely taller. And here he is next to a really tall figure, Captain Phasma. Yep, definitely taller than Luke. Come on, focus, please. I'm sorry, guys. The lighting in here is just really bad today. And last but not least, here he is next to FN2187. Thank you again, Swain Pro 71. Thank you again so much for this figure. I'm just in love with him. And it's hard to tell because I got Finn in a battle pose, but they look at the same height. Let's get Finn standing up straight. If I can get him to stand. Come on, Finn. Yeah, he looks a little tiny bit taller than Luke, but... Just a little bit taller. And FYI, guys, a review on this guy is coming very soon, and I will be doing a double review, meaning I'll be reviewing 2 figures. I'm going to review this figure and the Star Wars Elite series figure that I got in the mail with this guy. Thank you again so much, Swain Pro 71. You're the man. Yeah, a review on this guy and the Elite series Finn coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. The reason I reviewed Luke was because it was a request from Mike the Hunter. So, what do I rate the figure? Kind of leaning towards 8 out of 10, but just because of my personal love for the original trilogy, I gotta give him a 9 out of 10, just because it's New Hope Luke, you know? How the fuck can you not love a New Hope Luke? It's iconic. He's a part of history now. And I love this figure. Yes, he does have a few problems. Like, sometimes the soft goods can, they'll come unraveled from the belt or whatever. And it is a little hard getting him to stand sometimes. But all gripes aside, I love the figure. He's getting a 10 out of 10 from me. Alright guys, that was my review. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please comment below. Comment below. You know, what should I improve on? Is there stuff I need to improve on? What do you want? What do you want me to review? Please let me know your thoughts. I want to know your guys' backup feed. And also, hit up Swain Pro 71 on Instagram because he gives really good deals and discounts on figures. And also, go join Pose and Action Figures on Facebook. It's an action figure group page that I created, and no professionalism required for posing action figures. If you don't have dioramas or effects, or if it's just your figure sitting on a shelf, that's fine. You know, pose your figures however you want. Just have fun. Be as creative as you want. Come check out Posing Action Figures. It's a really awesome page for action figure collectors. Alright guys, that is it. I will leave a link to everything in the description down below, to Swain Pro 71's Instagram and Posing Action Figures on Facebook. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed my review. Please leave feedback. And this is the Proud Nerd saying to all my fellow nerds out there to stay nerdy. Peace.